Our current exhibit in our gallery is artwork that was created by non-artists. It's a show that's looking at amateur artwork, and I think it kind of really illustrates how important this having this outlet is for people.
Art is a very grandiose term, but it's landed on many different objects or to describe different things or activities. But I find it to be a fundamental need, an urgency in all human beings.
If I like it, I appreciate it. Would I want this piece of art hanging over my fireplace?
Hopefully, if it turns out pretty, I can show it to other people. Maybe they can experience some of that.
I don't think I've ever been touched by a piece of art like that, where you just see like raw emotion.
Maybe it's just like a color or an idea.
What viewers get from art has to do with the two-way street. You know, art making is one half of it, but viewers have to be open to bringing something to the work. Art is cathartic in some senses. It's a way to deal with emotions. It's an outlet for expression. I can't speak for writers or musicians, but if we put them all in the same category of art, where visual art being just one mode of communicating all that is human, all that is who you are, and that includes emotion. Emotion is not the singular driving force at all times in art making, but it's always present.
Art's been a way for me to understand myself and my feelings and my experiences, and to articulate it and express it.
Yeah, anybody can create something. Just out of their own creativity.
We're building a dollhouse together right now. That's pretty cool. It's a nice way to spend time together and relax.
They need to engage in a pure creative act. I think it's absolutely essential. There is some art that, by the force of how it's made, how it's conceived, maybe its scale, maybe the subject matter that it's dealing with, by default is going to elicit some kind of response.
The types of material we have range, as you can imagine, quite a bit. From really fine art, we do have pieces that created by artists that most people would recognize their name. We have a Picasso, several Chagalls, a Renoir, Matisse, but then we also have less fine art, things like novelty ashtrays, doodles that were done by people in prisons, by just someone sat down at a table and made a doodle on a napkin and then decided to send to us. So it's quite a range of different types of material, just because sex has quite a range of it's such an important part of people's lives. There's quite a range of how people depict it and are interested in it. I think an important part of sex and sexuality for a lot of people is fantasy, and so when people do start to depict it's more explicit types of artwork, a lot of times I think the reason they're doing that is because they can depict something that's more of a fantasy for them, which they can't necessarily practice in real life.
I like it personally. Yeah, it's definitely something that you don't usually see when you go to museums or anything like that.
There's some interesting people out there. I mean, there's a lot of, maybe some of them come from dreams, fantasies, different weird fetishes.
When people come here, they do expect to see some challenging and explicit artwork. I think what surprises people a lot of times is how beautiful a lot of the artwork is. I think when people think of artwork that's being created that has more of an erotic focus, people tend to think of not something that's aesthetically beautiful, and a lot of the stuff we do collect and a lot of the way people do depict this part of their life, it is quite beautiful.
don't think you're actually fully realized as a human being until you realize that one of the core reasons that you're here for the short time you're here is to bring something into existence of you, for you, and by you, which is my definition of art, to make something of yourself, for yourself, and by yourself first and foremost. And then in that way, I think it connects everyone. We all have a creative base need.